Welcome. On this channel, I do unscripted, unedited videos about Linux and programming and stuff. In this particular video, I'm going to do kind of a follow-up on the previous video where I was working on some experiments to just check out Malloc and file reading and stuff like that. And I want to quickly just kind of go back over some of that stuff and clean up some of the mistakes that I had made, and just kind of clarify what was going on in that file. So the previous video is this 016 Malloc one, and I'm going to open this and take a look at the code there, but I'm also going to open well, no, I'm actually not. This will be it. There were a few things that I went through here and changed, and it's really all I want to do is just kind of recap the changes. One of the really big ones was I wasn't checking the error for stat before in the previous. So I've you'll see that, on the stat failure, we're closing and then we're continuing the loops. We're looping through all of the file names that were passed. So right now, if I bin demo, and then in this particular folder, I of course have my make file and I have a Frankenstein text file, and it just looped through the two of those, printing them out to the screen. But had one of those been an error, let's make up a file name, you'll see that it just failed to open the file, no such file or directory. And so it failed to open it, then it gave me that error, and then it continued the loop. Now, I can't think of a rational reason why stat's going to fail if you manage to open the file. But nonetheless, stat can return an error. So I check for the error. If there is the error, we close the file, and then we just continue the loop. Continuing on, we malloc the buffer that we're going to read the file into. Probably not the most efficient way to go, right? Because you have no idea what the size of the file is going to be, but this is just a learning exercise, and the whole point was to pull it up into memory. So the other thing you see here is I switched to fread, and in fact, now that I think of it, I included I actually don't know what that stands for. Obviously standard. Is it like universal standard? I don't know. But I don't need that. I shouldn't need that file anymore. There we go. Because I had included it simply to get rid of the error because I was using read. Well, I should be using fread. Fread takes slightly different set of parameters than read did. You can see we're passing the buffer. And it takes the size of the object you're reading and the number of them, as well as the stream pointer, right, as parameters. Again, we check for errors. The bytes read does not give you the errors. It simply will be 0 or greater. To find out if there was an error on an fread, you have to call ferror. And again, if there was, then we free the buffer, we close it, we continue the loop. The loop being the number of files that we're passing on the command line. Then I don't think there's any change here from what was seen in the previous video. We are simply outputting each of the characters to the screen. We close the buffer, we close the file, and then we return. I removed a few extra printfs that were in here, just describing what was going on. Now that it's all cleaned up and working, not completely necessary. So I just wanted to call out the things that I had changed since the last video, which is really just cleaning up the error handling. I had considered doing the thing where you have labels and you just go to the stack of stuff that you're cleaning up, but it done. I don't know. It just this one would have just continued. This one would have gone to. I guess I could leave the file handle open all the way to the end. I actually am leaving the file handle open all the way to the end. I could, after I read it, I could be doing the F close here. All decisions that aren't worth really wrestling with for a silly little demo that's really more about me learning how these functions, library functions actually work. In real code, it might make sense to kind of worry about exactly which path you're going to go and how it's going to be used. Not in this one. Anyway, that is the quick follow-up, just to clarify what's going on in this file, so that if I come back to it in a later video, the stuff that I did off screen won't confuse anyone. Anyway, later.